Rain lashed down. A lone figure, David, huddled in the jeep, bumping along the muddy path. He was heading to Chandpur, a desolate village nestled amidst hills. The old house loomed, a silhouette against the stormy sky. David stopped the jeep, a shiver crawling down his spine. Chandpur felt heavy, burdened. David was a historian, drawn to Chandpur by its sinister reputation. He had heard whispers, tales of a haunting. Now, facing the house, he felt a tremor of fear. This was no ordinary place. The air itself felt thick, suffocating. The house stood 3 stories high, its once bright paint faded and peeling. Broken windows stared like empty sockets. The air hung heavy with the smell of dampness and decay. David pushed open the creaking door, stepping into the darkness within. Dust motes danced in the faint slivers of light. Cobwebs clung to every surface. The air was heavy, still, thick with the silence of ages. David felt a presence, watching him from the shadows. Days turned into weeks as David explored the house. He felt a constant unease, a prickling at the back of his neck. He found a hidden room, its walls covered in frantic writing. The words spoke of betrayal, of a love gone terribly wrong. There had been a family, the owners of Chandpur. The writings revealed a wealthy landowner, his beautiful wife, and their young daughter. They had lived here, loved here, died here. But how? And why were there tormented whispers still echoing within these walls? One night, David saw her, a figure in white, gliding through the shadows at the end of the hallway. Her face was obscured, yet he felt a chill pierce his heart. He tried to follow, but she vanished as quickly as she had appeared. He couldn't shake the image. The way she moved, with an ethereal grace, yet seemed weighed down by an unseen burden. He began to see her everywhere, a fleeting glimpse at the top of the stairs, a whisper of movement in the garden. She was always just out of reach, a phantom haunting his waking hours and invading his dreams. Section 5. Unmasking the Past. David delved deeper into the history of Chandpur, searching for the truth behind the ghostly figure. He discovered a local legend. The landowner, driven mad by jealousy, had murdered his wife, accusing her of infidelity. He had then taken his own life, leaving their daughter to be raised by servants who later abandoned her. The villagers whispered that the landowner's wife, dressed in white on that fateful night, still roamed the halls, searching for her lost daughter. She was looking for peace, they said, a way to finally rest. David felt a profound sadness for the woman in white. He understood her torment, her restless spirit. He decided to help her find peace. He would uncover the truth of her death, clear her name, and perhaps finally let her rest. He focused his research on the servants, the only other souls present on that dreadful night. He uncovered a tale of greed, of a plot to inherit the landowner's wealth. The servants had poisoned his mind with lies, driving him to murder. As David unearthed the truth, the paranormal activity intensified. The air grew heavy, pressing down on him. The whispers became screams, echoing through the empty halls. He felt a presence growing stronger, angrier. It wasn't the lady in white, he realized, but something darker. Something more sinister. He was being watched, followed. Objects moved on their own. Doors slammed shut. He felt a growing sense of dread. The house was alive, and it was turning on him. David began to see glimpses of a new figure, a tall, shadowy figure radiating malice. This was the true evil of Chandpur, the entity feeding on his fear. He was no longer just a historian, but a pawn in a deadly game. He recalled the legend. The servants had vanished after the murders. What if they hadn't left? What if they had made a pact with something dark to get what they wanted? What if that darkness still lingered, growing stronger with each passing day? David fled the house, the entity's laughter echoing after him. He understood now. The lady in white wasn't the villain of this story. She was a victim. The real horror lay buried deeper, a darkness that refused to be silenced. Chanpur was not haunted by a ghost, but by something far more evil, something that whispered on the wind, promising death to those who dared to uncover its secrets. As he drove away, rain still lashing down, he saw her one last time. The lady in white, her face a mask of sorrow, stood on the road behind the Jeep. She was trapped, he realized, bound to the evil that held Chanpur in its grip, and he had the chilling premonition that he, too, was now bound to this cursed place.